everyone. It is a new day and yeah, welcome to my home. This is Charlotte here. We are going to continue where we left off yesterday and hopefully, excuse my reach, hopefully it'll be better than it was yesterday. So let's just jump right in. I know we have to put a ribbon on this tag, and I also know I thought I might put one of these Hobby Lobby flowers on this tag as well. So it was either that or I think a flat back pearl, but I think I like the flower just because it gives you a pop of color, and I think I like that better, even though I do like the glitter. I think that this muted flower is just gonna be a little bit better off. And don't tell me I'm gonna start the day with a clog. Come on, we're not gonna do that. We are not doing that today, but apparently we are. So here we go, guys. Just bear with me. It happens to the best of us. Hopefully we are good there. There we go. That was a lot of glue, and I think we're gonna go right off to the side like that, and I think we might go ahead and use a pearl anyway. I have no idea where I got these. Stamper's Journey. I don't know what that is. This may have been gifted to me quite a long time ago. So I think I'm gonna go right there with a little dot of glue. And we are going to pick up a pearl flat back and just put that down on here. Maybe. I usually use pliers, and I thought, you're not going to need a plier for this. Yeah, well, see, it really does make all the difference in the world. And then we need to put some lace at the top of that. And I think this might work nicely, and maybe we will just tie a bow. We could do layers, but I think we'll be good with maybe not a bow, maybe just a knot. Let's see, and then if we want to come back later with a bulb pin, we could attach beads or a charm to this. I am going to cut this because it's a little bit too flat. Let's put a little angle in that. And the same with this. Yeah, I think that's really cute. And it takes away just a little bit of all the brightness that is on this page, because that pink, I mean, yeah, that's like knock your socks off pink. Then maybe, and get this to stay open, that would be ever so nice. I think we had mentioned that we need something down here as well. And do we want to do, I don't want to overdo it, so I think let's check out a flower, and if not, let's see, this might be way too bright. Oh, but I think I like it. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's put this down there. It's amazing what just a little bit of something can do. All of that pink may not bother a lot of people. All of that pink, yeah, it kind of bothers me. So That looks good. I'm very happy with this. We've got a cute tag where you can journal on the front, you can journal on the back. If you wanted to, you also could journal on this piece. I could go ahead and maybe put some trim up there, but I don't think it needs it. We'll revisit that later, but I really don't think. I think there's enough going on there. This page I want to do nothing with because this paper is so beautiful. And then if you remember, we put this layered, these 2 layered tucks. I did go ahead and put this die cut on there. And then we were going to put possibly a flower or some pearls. So let's do that. I really would like to do this as I go along and not have to worry about coming back later to finish it. So I think, look at how cute that is. Really complements these roses right here. So let's do this. And these flowers are Paper Studio or spare parts. They are spare parts from Paper Studio in the paper crafting section of Hobby Lobby, and they go on sale quite often. So you might want to just keep your eye out for that. And then do I want a couple pearls here? I don't think we need them. I could put them on, but if you don't need it, why do it? It really doesn't make any sense to me to put on more than you really need. But now we need something in these tucks. So I have a piece of scrap right here, and I went through and pulled together some ideas yesterday afternoon, so you wouldn't have to sit here and hear me literally think. So I was thinking, okay, we had this one that we had put here. This is a tag that came with this particular paper pack, and I went ahead and I punched up there. So we want to put some lace or some trim on here. This might be a little bit too big. I don't mind if it gathers a little bit. So I think I like this. So let's cut this. We are going to work on this for a second and maybe put something else with this. Some pretty heart fabric here. So let's layer this over this and see if we like the effect. And then we're just going to slow stitch this just a little bit. Pull that up just a tiny bit. And slow stitch this. I don't think we need more than that. So hopefully right here I have got a needle and thread. I have thread, and I know I have a needle, so there we go. We're just going to do a couple long stitches. If you have your machine and it's handy, then this would be a good time to bring that out. And I see I've got I didn't check this out before I started the camera, and I've got a nice knot. Hopefully we can use that knot. It's not going anywhere. And so all I'm going to do is come up in the middle so you cannot see where the knot is. And then we're just going to take some long stitches. We're going to go this way, and I'm going to kind of gather this, bunch it up by just creating a knot right here on the end, like that. And then we're going to work our way across, similar to the sewing machine. And I'm going to turn this upside down because it's going to be easier for me to see. And we're just going to work our way across. And if you wanted to, you could obviously hang a bulb pin off of this. If you've got rusty safety pins or safety pins that you absolutely love, they can be new. You could put a couple beads on there and put a safety pin right through this part here. That's really cute, and that's an idea that we might think about. You could stitch seed beads across. You could dangle a tag. You've got options with this. So it's just that fast, nothing to it. And if you don't sew, you want to use a safety pin, you could go ahead and do it up here. It would give you the same effect. It would hold that in place. So we are going to stick this right in here, and I don't know if I had shared it yesterday, but I went ahead and rounded these corners. Why? Just because I like the look of that. I left the bottom alone, but rounded the top. And then I thought, instead of putting another tag in here, I had this scrap of paper, and I thought this just makes a good journaling sheet. This ran the length of whatever paper pack this was. I think this came from, if I remember, I think this was the Family Tree paper pack from Hobby Lobby. And it's pretty decent for weight. It's got a texture on the back side here. And I thought we could just slip this down here like this with a, we'll put a little lace or ribbon. I think it's going to be lace because I don't think I have ribbon over here. We'll put a little lace on our paper clip, and let's just do a little bit of collage here just to make this more interesting, because this really is plain, just a piece of paper, just something to maybe pull the eye down. Just a little something. Here is a piece of that. It's a piece of the pillow from the pillow heart. And we could do that, or we could use something that's a little busier. And I think I am going to go ahead and use this and maybe put a little piece of, oh, let's get this on there and see. Could have just put a piece of washi tape on there, and that would have been really cute as well. Just another element to bring to life your scrap. You've got the scraps. That's what we're trying to do, is use our scraps up. And so that's one little less scrap. And then what do I have in the way of lace? I'll put a little something else on here. I have another little piece of this. Ooh, that's cute, isn't it? That's really cute. I'm gonna not like not having any of this. When I run out of this, I'm gonna be sad. I think I got this from a shop off of Etsy when I bought bulk trims. This was part of that. It's just really cute. So, excuse my reach yet again, but let's use some Fabrifix because we are dealing with a piece of lace. We don't want it coming up, and it's fairly thick. You can see that, so we don't want that moving. And maybe just because, we'll put a little flatbed pearl. I have a little teeny weeny if I can get it off. maybe right here. Oh, that went somewhere. Here it is. Well, that was a lucky find. It's tiny, tiny. I know you can't see it. I can't see it either. It's in my fingers. I'll show it to you in just a second. Yay. There we go. See that? Isn't that cute? Just something. And look at 3 scraps and look what we've got. We've got something that's pretty cute. So now what we want to do is take our paper clip, and I do have a little, let's try this. I do have a little copper paper clip, and we don't need a lot of trim, just a little bit. And I am going to cut this off, and no, I'm not going to keep this. We're going to try this and see if we like it. And then, of course, I have to thread this needle because we're going to stitch this on. So how good are your eyes today? I have a cute little story to tell you. Let me get this threaded so I'm not having to concentrate, and then I can tell you this story. Okay, so for those of you that aren't aware, my mother has dementia, and I went and took her out for lunch and told her my anniversary is coming up. And she said, "Oh, how many years will it be?" And I said 49. And she said, "To the same man?" We just laughed. She said, "To the same man? Boy, that's a long time to be married to the same person." And I just was funny. It might be one of those things where you had to be there, but it was just funny because, I mean, you don't expect that. So, yeah, it was cute. You kind of expect something like, "Wow, congratulations," or, you know, "Yeah, that's a long time," but to the same man? So anyway, she is doing well, but I'm thinking that they might be putting them on shutdown. I don't know. So we will have to see. I'm hoping not. We didn't get to be with her last year for her birthday. She's going to be 70, or she's going to be 94. You know, so birthdays are so special because you don't know if it's going to be the last birthday. So we're going to stitch this. I know you can't see it, and I'm sorry. It's just so small. I'm trying to make it so that you can see. I'm just taking stitches right across the top like I did on the card, but I'm doing it with the paper clip instead. And we are just going to go with long stitches right across the top. My hands might be in the way. My fingers. So I'm trying to figure out, to do the room tour, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to hold the iPad. I've got a large iPad. How am I going to hold the iPad, walk, talk, and share things with you if I want to touch anything or say, you know, this does this, or so it's coming. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how we're going to go about doing that. So I know many of you are so excited, and that makes me happy because it's going to be a trip down memory lane for me, and that's always fun, you know, to share things, and it's just going to be fun, I think. So if we put this in here, we've got a great spot for journaling. And to keep this down, we could go off to the side here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take it up the top. Should go all the way down without any issue, just like that. So that's pretty cute, and you can see this was so easy. There was nothing to it. Then this page we talked about yesterday, I probably am going to do something with this. I did put a piece of washi and just added a strip of scrap on there, but I'm not, it's so plain that it really kind of bothers me. I think I'm gonna chop the corners. I think just a 1/4 inch off the top there, and I maybe just that. And then I haven't figured out if I want to put any ribbon, but we do have this die cut there and a little bit of washi tape, and then we come to this page here. I really need to find just a pretty way to keep this open. I did go ahead, I thought I would make a tuck. And so what I did yesterday is I took, you can just see layers of scraps, and I just laid them on top of each other until I got what I liked. And then I had this negative here. This is something I didn't used to ever save. All of this I would have put in the trash. But yeah, after watching a couple videos with Corey, I just decided, why am I doing that? So I did put some glossy accents in there, and I think I'm just gonna glue this right down here, and then we'll have a cute tuck there. So all I'm gonna do is just come in here, put some glue, and then we're gonna place this right on here, not all the way to the edge, because I like the contrast between that dark paper and the coffee dyed paper. And we're just gonna put this on like that. And we might go ahead and, do we want a flower up there? Maybe. This is all I have left of this color, and so I'm thinking, why don't we just use them up? That's cute, so I think we're gonna do it. Put this up there like that. Just adds a little something cute to it. What do you think? I like that. So there's that, and we have a tuck, so we are going to need something to put obviously under there, so that's going to require a tag. And then we have this page here, and I did bring over a couple ideas, and I thought maybe, because on the other side, because on this side we have a negatives, I thought here are some negatives from 3 of the minis, and here's a scrap, and I thought maybe let's just glue this down like that and create either a pocket or a tuck, and then that gets rid of this. So I like that idea. So let's do it. So we're gonna just go ahead, glue this down. If I don't use these scraps, they tend to create a, they stress me out. Just having these little bits and pieces around make me nervous and stressed. And so I thought, let's use as much as I can. And then I think probably what I'll do is do a video. Carolyn, internet friend of mine, sent me a bag of scraps and said, use whatever you want out of these scraps, whatever you can, and then pass add scraps to it and pass it on. So I thought I'll do a video showing you what I did create, and then if you're interested in receiving the scraps, you would do the same thing. And of course then pass it on. You don't have to make a video, you would create something and then pass it on. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. And the first one to message me will be the one that gets the bag of scraps. So don't say anything today, because today doesn't count. If you're interested in the scraps, it will have to wait until the video, and then I will say, okay, first one to message me gets the scraps. That's the fairest way I can come up with how to do that. So be thinking about that and be watching for the video. Probably will not be here because I'm going to do the room. I probably will not create the video until next week, and we still have index cards, and I've only got 2 index cards left. I've got to go get more. So yeah, I think I am going to see if I can round the top of these 2 corners. That's pretty cute, but I think it looks like it needs to be distressed. So let's just do that a little bit. We don't need a lot, just a little bit. And I'll probably come in with something to fill in, like the glossy accents to fill in the flowers. It kind of just gives them a little sheen, and I like it the way it looks. But I will do that off camera, so you don't have to worry about, we don't have to sit and worry about the drying time. So I think we're going to do that. And yeah, I think this also is going to need something else. So let me get this on. We'll make a tuck, not a pocket. And we will put it towards the outside like this. And maybe take a little bit of lace. Yeah, I think I like that, and just put some lace down here. Maybe I will do that and not have it go all the way over. And then too, if it's not towards the spine, it won't be so bulky. Which way does it go? I think it does go this way. So we put this like that. I think so. That looks really pretty. So we want our Fabrifix. Get this on there like that. Just right down here at the bottom. Put that on. Bring it all the way over like that. Hopefully I am in camera and you can see what I'm doing. And then I think it needs something, so maybe we will put, let's put a pearl right there. And we'll put a medium-sized pearl. It's a lot of brown. And of course the tag will make all the difference too, because it'll pull your eye up. So put a pearl there like that. I mean, it's just amazing what a pearl can do. All right, so I'm going to put this aside because I had pulled these over to do, and I think I was going to put these where we had the tucks. Oh no, I wasn't. This is its own self. If you remember yesterday, the very end of the video, we were going to do this with the little belly band here, and that I had showed you if you score your paper and fold it in or fold it towards the back, depending upon if you want this glued to a page or if you want this free floating. If you want this glued to a page, you can take that 1/2 inch border and wrap it all the way around the back. If you want it free floating, like if I was going to use this to put inside a tuck, then you would do it that way. Tuck your little ends to the inside. But you can see that gives you your total width of your paper for your tag. So what I did is I pulled out, I have these white tags here, and I just went and played around with some scraps, so you didn't see me online sitting there trying to figure everything out. And what I came up with was a piece of vellum right there. And I think I had used the vellum someplace else in the, oh yeah, there is a vellum page in one of those signatures. And then I had this strip here. And so what I'm gonna do is glue these down onto this tag. Now you could sew this if you wanted to. I'm not going to, but you could. And I figured the length out so that it would fit right over this tag with a tiny bit of the white tag border showing. Only because it gives you just that, another little layer. You may look at that and think, well, you don't even notice that. Well, yeah, you kind of do. You just don't realize that you do. But I do. And so then I'm going to put this little bit of pink, because I have this scrap. Here's 3 scraps I'm using up. So I'm going to put this little bit of pink right over here. I'm not really paying attention to exactly where I'm placing it. So I've got that on there like that. And then I had this little bird. I thought, boy, this just looks really white. I could take some washi tape, but then we're just too parallel, and I didn't like that. So I came up with, I've got a little piece of lace here. And I thought, well, could we just put a little piece of lace and maybe add this bird, this little bird. See what I mean about just sitting there having to watch me, and it's just, I'm like, nobody wants to do that, so maybe we'll do that. Let's do that. Let's just get this down before 15 minutes goes by and I'm sitting here going, where am I putting this bird? So we need a little bit of glue. We'll adhere the bird. And then just for a little bit of texture, we are going to put this little bit of lace just right on here. Just something different. Just like that. And we want to make sure that this is down because it is a tag. It is going to be going in and out of a pocket, so we don't want to lose any of the edges of the lace. We want this to work the way we want it to work. And then we're going to go ahead and do a ribbon. Let's go ahead and use this because it's got a lot of color. I think, I'm pretty sure I used quite a bit of this in the last little journal. It is a good way to use up a lot of your little scraps. Then we've got another piece of this, so because we've got this on the tag, maybe we'll use this up top as well. So there's a piece of that. And then we're limited in our hole up on top of the tag, so we've got to be careful not to put too much, and I might be looking at really just these two. So let's see, what you want to be right side up on your tag is going to go in the tag upside down. See if it's too much or if I can get this all in there. That would be nice if I could, and I did. So let's see what this looks like. See if we like it. Which way am I going? This way. That's what that's going to look like. I think that looks pretty cute. So let's once again get out our needle and thread and stitch this. Now, if you are somebody that likes stamping, you could take your tag and go ahead and stamp on it. You could, if you like napkin collage work, that would be really pretty on this tag. You could do anything you wanted with this tag. I'm not doing any of that because this is all about trying to use up as many scraps as I can. And so this is all about the scraps and not so much about different techniques as far as Mod Podge or decoupage, but if you don't want to use scraps, you don't have to use scraps. You use what you have. I have just a humongous box of scraps, and I'm thinking I might have to just spend the time to just sit down with those scraps and do something with them, and if I don't, toss them and start over. What I really want to begin to do, what this has taught me, having used all the paper in that one paper pack, when I create something now, I want to try and use anything I cut off, I want to use in that particular project, so that when I'm done with that project, I have no scraps left over. Everything's been used. So that's pretty cute. So this goes inside of this here. I hope this will go inside of here. So when you pull this tag out, look how pretty that is. When you pull this tag out, look at the surprise you get. That is so neat. Okay, so that goes in there, and then I have these tags left over from when I was doing Ann Brooks 52 tags handmade. I gave that up. Oh, it's probably been 6 or 7 weeks now. I hated to give it up, but at the same time, I couldn't keep up. And it was stressing me out that I couldn't keep up, and it just wasn't worth it. So I've got 3 little strips of scraps here. So we're gonna collage these together. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on this side. And I have this little piece. Normally all of these I would have put in the recyclable container. I would have never kept any of this. And if you don't do this, guys, I don't know whether to say start doing this or not, because you get to where you can't throw anything out. And that's, I don't know what's harder, trying to keep these and use them, or just tossing them. Because I look at something now and I think, oh, but I could use it, but I could use it. Well, will you use it? That's the question. Not if you could, but will you? Because if you won't, there's no point. That's why I think it's great to pass scraps around from person to person. Yeah, then I had this little one here, and I thought, let's use it. I mean, even the tiniest little thing like this I'm keeping, and I'm like, oh, Corey, what did you do to me? You have no idea what you've created. And once again with this one, I have put it, the placement of it just on the other side of this pink, because as a layered look, instead of just 3 pieces of scraps, it almost looks like there are 4 pieces of scraps. And then I pulled, there's blue in the butterfly here, the butterfly scrapbook paper. And so I went ahead and pulled some blue and thought we might do something like this. This is that handmade paper. I got these, it's been several years now. I got these as Happy Mail. Somebody made the paper and they cut out all the hearts. They must either have I think they probably have a punch, because they're all exactly the same. But they are fun to use. And so we are just going to kind of layer these on like this. Makes the cutest little tag. And then we are going to put some pearls on this tag. And now we have to decide, where do we want the pearls? I think I will put a pearl, maybe one right here, like that. I'll do kind of this medium sized. I never trust the back of these things to have enough sticky on them, so I always add glue. And I probably should have brought my little tool over. So there is this one. And then I think maybe we'll do a tinier one up here. And when I say tiny, I mean these are tiny, tiny. We'll see if I can get this on there. And I did. But what's the problem with this? It's an even number, and I don't like that. So we are going to do one right here, another one right here. See if I have as good a luck getting this one down as I did the other. And I did, look at that. So cute. Okay, so we do need something up on top. I mean, just look at how cute that is. It's just cute, guys, and it's so simple. There's nothing to it. I wonder, maybe, just because I do have this out, these tags I did get off of Amazon, if anybody is wondering. And also, if you are wondering, they measure. I would be able to show you on my ruler. They are two by, if you measure from the very top, 2 by 3 3/4. If you measure from the actual tag itself, it's just about 3 1/4, 1/8 over 3 1/4. So I think that's cute. So once again, we are going to stitch this. And I'm going to try to come up the middle so I can hide my knot. There's way more stitching in this video than I thought there would be. If you like to sew and you have your sewing machine up, I just would take these all and do them on the machine because it's just faster. And I think I have a knot here. Get this through. There we go. I know I learned from quilting that you don't, if you have a bunch of tags to sew, just sew them all together, one right after another. Don't cut each one off because you waste a lot of thread that way. So in other words, you would put this through the machine, then you would stick your next tag on there down the line, and then you have this big chain, and then you just cut the chain. And that works really, really well. You save thread, and it's a lot faster than clipping each tag or anything else. We do that with quilt squares and strips. We just chain them all and then come back and snip them all off. So now we have this, and I'm probably going to stop with this. I have no idea how long this video is, but pull this out. We've got this cute tag here. This can go, hopefully with these pearls, this will still fit right in here and not create a problem. If it does, I don't want anything to tear. It will fit, but I'm wondering if maybe I should do a different tag there. Let's see how this goes here. I don't think this is gonna fit in here because what I did do, it won't, because when I put this die cut on, I glued this here to stop anything from falling through. So my belly band is going to require a small tag, so we need to get this to fit in here without it being any kind of an issue. And I don't have anything over here that my bone folder is what I was thinking. So if we take this down just like that, I think that's gonna work, and we could pull that up just a little bit like that. So that works well. And then what we need now is a little tag that is going to go in here. And what do I have that possibly, I've got this piece here, but I want to be able to use as much of this as I can, and so I think we're going to revisit. I will cut, let me see, I do have, this is the last I think I have of this paper here, and I might, let's see, if I cut, it just might be a little bit brighter than what I would want, and so I'm not too sure. What would we want, like 2 inches, 1 1/2? It's going to take a little tag because that's a small spot. Take this. Let's see if this will fit. It's a little bit too big still. Let me see. thing about me, I cannot cut a straight line, ever. And see, this is what happens. Now I've got 2 more bits of scrap to use. Oh, that's the curse. That would fit in there. Let's see if we want to do this. That didn't work out at all. What the heck, Charlotte? There we go. Let's see. That would fit down in there. So maybe if we just put maybe just a little piece. Let's see. See what we've got. Put this on there like this. I'm gonna let just a little piece of the border show. Just like that. And then maybe, let's see what I've got in here. Do I have anything that, this little bit right here. Yeah, let's put this little bit in. Whatever I cut off of this little bit, I am not going to save. So this scrap is done. Just like that. Then let's put a flatbed pearl up at the top so we have, or I want to make sure that this will go in that little belly band, so I don't want to bunch it up too much and then be in trouble. But it does, that fits really nicely in there. So we could put this little guy right there like that. And I'm wondering, do I want to attach? Do I want to make a little, yeah, I think I'm going to come down a little bit, because I think what I'm going to do is take my crocodile and create a little hole there and put some little threads on the end or some string on this tag. But that tag will fit perfectly right in here. It gives you a huge pop of color, but look at how cute this is, guys. And it's just with scraps. This was all scraps. So what I need to do is decide, do I want to lay this flat down in our book, or do I want to have it freestanding where you can take it in and out? We've got this page left. We have to create a tag for here, but we've got this page left. I'm debating, do I want to take a divot out of this, glue this down, and put a tag in there? It won't stop anything from, it won't stop this from opening, so that you could create, you could put anything you wanted in here, a photo, a tag, whatever. But do I want to adhere this? I think I do. I don't think I want it free floating. So I think, yeah, I think let's glue this down. I think we're gonna glue this down. So I'm gonna take this out just because I don't want any glue getting on that should some seep up. I don't want anything to happen to that. And then I think I will take a divot. I think I will take a divot out of that and make it a pocket. So I put this down like this. It's just too cute. So I need to come back and put some string and a hole in that. And then we should be good to be able to put this right in here. Make sure no glue is seeping out of the top. Put that in there, just like that. We've got that, so we need a hole and some string, and then I think on this one, I think I'll do that. So let's see if I can kind of find the center. This is 2 1/4. So we need, do I have a pencil? Like 1 1/8. So like that. Of course I have a pencil with no, here's a pen, 1 1/8. There we go. So we are going to take our hole punch and kind of center that as best I can. I see it. I can hardly see it. Hopefully I'm right. That's the center. And yeah. So do we want a piece of paper over that? I think so, because it will just make it stronger if we do. This is just scrapbook paper. So I'm thinking let's put a scrap back there, and also probably on the front. So what do I have? We can use this. I should have thought of this before, but I didn't. Of course I didn't. So we're just gonna put that, I'm gonna turn this upside down, and I am gonna glue this on there. Just like that. I put this here, keep it open. No, this thing is so big that it just wants to move. But all we want to do is kind of strengthen. Somebody's dog, hopefully you can't hear that. It's so annoying. People let their dogs bark. Put this at the top. Just like that. So that's what you're going to see, and I am going to do the same thing on this side, let it dry, and then repunch the hole, but I'll do that off camera. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this, and we are coming right along, but let me see how many more pages we have before we get to the center. So I think I'll leave this. I might put washi tape down the edge of here just to give this page something, but I do want spots to be able to journal. And possibly the same thing here, we'll do washi. And we've got this pretty page here. We need maybe a pocket here. We'll decide if we want to collage this, turn this into a pocket. So we have a bit still before we get to the center. We have quite a bit before we get to the center. We won't be doing anything with the vellum. I did the same thing here, as you can see, but I did not reinforce this. I mean, it'll be fine, nothing should happen, but it's not reinforced. I might just go ahead and take the divot on this side as well. I might do that, you know, now that I'm thinking about it. It's a piece of vellum, and then we are at the center. I did not cut any of this off yet, because at this stage you can still take the elastic apart. When I do this, usually what I do when I have the elastic right where I want it to be, I'll put a little drop of glue on there, and so you can't then at that point take the elastic apart. So we need to get, I would say on the next video, we need to get at least to the center of this, and then I could see at the rate we're going, this is going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. No, I don't think, so I'm going to have to do some of this off camera because we'll never get through it all. I know some of you are following along with me. I will just make sure that I explain everything really, really well so that you can create whatever I've created on your own. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is the same thing I did there. Put this up there like that. Then I'll take the divot out. Then I'll put some glue down here and glue this shut. So that is next. And then what we could do is take one of our lovely tags that came with the kit and put this in there with a paper clip. And because we have this on here, we can't put the paper clip on the outside, but we can put a paper clip up here. Maybe, not a big one, obviously not a big one. So that's what I'll do, and then I know tomorrow is Thursday. I'm thinking we've got the index card to do. I think I only have 2 index cards, and then I'm out. I need to go get more index cards. So somebody had, there were a couple people in the comments that said something about they thought that the index card was probably too much for them. So I think we're going to do something fairly simple this week. Easy and fast to do. Nothing complicated. So I will see you tomorrow with the index card, and then I'm hoping this weekend to do the room tour. So keep your fingers crossed. I don't see any reason why that shouldn't happen. And yeah, have a great day, everyone, and thanks for hanging out. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I will catch you later. Bye, guys.